This week I bring you Stutter, with straight hair no less. This is a notably thinner book than my usual choice for reviews. It's actually under 50 pages, and no, it's not a novella. Come on, guess what it is. Poetry. From the National Poetry series. Did you guess right? But don't be scared of this little book because it's full of scary verse. Think of it like an album of music. It has smaller, distinct pieces that come together to create a whole. And if you like a book that's cohesive, Stutter might be the collection for you. If Stutter were an album, it would be a concept album. Maybe all poets would say that, but it's not just William Billiter's voice that ties this collection together. It focuses on a particular place and time, young boys growing up in the small town of Shinbone. In these poems, though, a slow-moving country life doesn't necessarily mean a safe and sheltered childhood. Stillness here means boredom. A kind of boredom that has an easy edge of violence as the boys shoot clay pigeons and set fire to old bottles of aftershave for fun. Much like in reality, violence happens fast, almost out of nowhere. One poem starts with a friend of the speaker named Soup, who falls and splits open his scalp. Another time he gets his arm trapped in a factory auger. He doesn't have very good luck in this collection. Someone has just pushed the kill switch to stop the machine, but you can imagine the endless monotony of routine before this violent action intrudes. This particular poem, it's called At the Grain Elevator. It articulates a theme that resurfaces throughout the book about man in relation to machines and nature. Soup gets a machine-like metal attachment to replace the missing limb, but Billiter quickly shifts the comparison back to nature. He describes it like the mandibles of a praying mantis. Grinding corn in the mill, I start to wonder if these poems suggest that machines could possibly bring us closer to nature, despite the conventional theory that machines always necessarily distance us from nature. Not things like airplanes or smartphones, but things like the mill, which literally processes nature for human use. Metaphors elsewhere move quickly between birdsong and broken glass, spanning the gap between natural and man-made. In the poem Goodbye is a BB Ricochet in the Eye, Billiter describes rusted cans of wood stain whose spirits have evaporated, playing on this idea of life force leaving the empty workshop. The form emphasizes this as well, and you can't talk about a collection of poetry without talking a little bit about the form. Check out the way these lines are scattered across the page. All of these poems have this broken look, fragmented and full of white space. This makes the scene in each piece develop slowly, stuck on small moments, tiny images, and snippets of dialogue. The form mimics on a smaller scale the way the whole book fits together. Beyond the symbolism about the shocking speed of change in our lives, though, Billiter works through the form to juxtapose smooth, flowing language with these sharp breaks. In other words, it's well crafted, it's pretty. Here's one of my favorite lines from the end of Where All That Walks Wild Is. The coyotes keep yodeling with those damned yucca tongues. That's so fun, I think I have to say it again. You should try it too. The coyotes keep yodeling with those damned yucca tongues.